Hey everybody, this is B Sports. Today we're going to be looking at the 2017 2075 Lund Tyee Magnum. This one's in Lund red. It has premium graphics on it. So we're going to be going through, kind of looking at everything, going over some changes between the 16 model year and the 17 model year. So this one's got a 200 horsepower L4 Verado, as well as a 15 horse Pro kicker that's hooked up with your steering link, remote steering. So she's pretty set up and ready to go. So the Tyee Magnum in the 2075, as opposed to your standard 2075 Tyee, the main difference here is this back end. So you see the Magnum has this really tall back end, kind of almost a swim platform type area. It's real good for strapping down coolers, and really the whole idea is you can get extremely close to the back of the boat when you're in the boat. So we'll kind of take a look around around the outside, and then we'll go through a couple things, jump inside, go through all the storage compartments. So it's a Shorelander trailer. They have all LED lights, non-marking bow roller, and they do have the swing tongue in front here to save you an extra couple feet when you got it in the garage. This one does have a spare on it. So something they changed from 16 to 17 on those is you're going now from an old like kind of carpet style bunk load guide. If you choose the load guide option, you're going to get these roller type load guides. They stick out of the water a little farther, a little harder to ding up or bend or damage or anything like that. So, alright, so I'm going to take one of these straps off to show you the ladder here. So basically I'm just going to push this and release the strap. It'll pull right down into the trailer. And then, so this is your ladder on these. It slides out like this, folds down, and then you've got 3 pegs that come out. So saves a lot of space, nothing sitting on the deck of the boat or anything anywhere, and then but still really relatively easy to climb into the boat on this thing. So alright, well, we'll hop in and we'll start going over everything. So we'll kind of start at the front of the boat, we'll work our way back. So here's just kind of a general idea of your floor plan. Tons of room in this thing, really tall sidewalls. Okay. So up in front here, you're going to have 3 main compartments on the floor there, and then your one in front. So you're in front here, good place for your anchor, your ropes, all that good stuff. And then to the right, you're going to have an LED interior light, and to the left is your trolling motor harness. So this one does have the optional bow cargo nets. Nice to kind of put anything in there that you need quick when you're out. So, storage compartments on the left and right. And then in the middle here is where you're going to have your compartment for your trolling motor batteries. So behind that you do have a seat base up in front. So kind of step through the console here. We'll take a look at everything over here. So it does have an adjustable tilt steering wheel. We'll take a look at the gauges here. So all the way on the left is going to be your fuel, your tack is the next one over, or excuse me, your speedometer is the next over, then your tack, and then you'll have a trim gauge here. So, over here on the right side, you have your switch panel. Let's see if I can get this in focus a little better here. There we go. So the higher end boats get these nicer switches that light up. They're a little nicer as far as like quality and feel goes. Not a cheap switch or anything like that that's gonna bust. So obviously you have your horn, your lights, Got your interior lights, your bilge pump, aerator for the live well, and then a master power switch. So good to have that. Turn it off at the end of the night. No, nothing's draining down your battery. It's not going to be dead in the morning. Under that, we've got the stereo, and then you got an auxiliary outlet to charge a phone, 12 volt or what have you. That's one thing they're changing this year. They had a Clarion unit standard last year, and this year they're going to this kicker one. Does your Bluetooth, AM, FM, XM, all that good stuff, as well as your auxiliary and your USB. The kicker unit's a little easier to get through and move and navigate. The buttons are a little bigger, so we're happy that they're doing that. And the auxiliary input and the USB input for that is right up here next to your trim gauge. So you got your keys for your ignition for your main outboard, as well as your kicker on either side, and then there's a little storage compartment here for your phone or whatever. So obviously to the right here you got your two controls. Obviously one for your kicker, would be one for the Grotto. Alright, so here this is your captain's chair. So you get the armrest. Nice little bigger chair compared to the Pro Rides. And so these would be your Pro Ride seats. And they do have sliders on them. They swivel all around, slide forward, backwards, all that good stuff. And then here is the passenger side here. So you got a cup holder on the left, and then we'll take a look inside the glove box here. Quite a bit of room in there. Definitely enough for your maps or anything like that. Couple cup holders on the left side as we're moving back. On the driver's side as well. Down here on the floor is where your main rod storage is going to be. So take a look here. So room for 6 rods. And maybe a couple things under them right there in that cubby. So a good spot for them in a boat like this, where you're going to have a ton of guys out fishing. It's not all the way up there in the center like on some other boats. It's back here right in the middle, so that it's easy to get to for everybody. Okay, so right behind that is another compartment in the floor, and that's where your crank battery is going to be. There is 2 trays in there if you're running dual batteries for any reason. So down on the side here, open this compartment. There's a storage compartment in there. The hose for the washdown is sitting in there right now, and there is some rod tubes in there. So you can get a couple extra rods down the side of the boat. And we'll take a look over here on the other side. Similar setup. You got 4 rod tubes. So plenty of room for poles in this boat. Okay, and then you'll kind of notice under here, you see I've got the sport top laying down. So that's your Bimini hider. That folds down, and then obviously you'd pull the Bimini out. But really, I wanted to leave it in here so you can see that really when that's hid away, the Bimini is not really at all in the way of what you're doing in the boat. So that's something you hear a lot of people say, I don't think I need the Bimini, it just gets in the way, I never use it. Well, at least you can put it away, and if you needed it, you'd have it, as opposed to need it and not have it. It's okay, looking at this back wall setup, like I said, that's what differentiates the regular style 2075 Tyee from the Magnum. So you got kind of a little tool holder or storage cubby area with some cup holders. There's an interior light here. Okay, so these seats in the back fold down like so. And there is some storage in behind them too. But what's nice about these guys is the way they fold up, they go all the way flush here, so you can still get as close to the back of the boat as possible. Then up here in the middle, you just got a gigantic live well. Alright, we'll take a look kind of out back here at this sort of swim platform type area. A lot of guys strapping coolers down back here. that sort of thing. Also notice that, like I mentioned earlier, this boat does have the wash down option, so nice to have. Basically, you'd hook that hose up right here, turn the spigot on, and then turn your switch on, and it'll pump water, so you can spray any dirty feed or anything that gets in the boat, anything like that. You can spray it out and keep it clean. Alright, so again, this is 2017 Lund 2075 Tyee Magnum. You know anybody that might be interested in this boat, like and share it so that they can see it. You can always give us a call, 1-800-233-7720, or visit our website, www.bees-sports.com. Thanks a lot.